Artists Connect. Terrance, how did you come up with that?
Well, as a young musician, I've been to a lot of concerts and always wanted to pick the brains of the artists that were up there. And 90% of the time, when you try to go backstage, you're greeted with these big bouncers of security, heavy security, and you can never get back there. And so you always leave with unanswered questions. And as a musician, I always wanted to know certain things to get further in my career. And so I said, you know what, I want to remove these boundaries and have something where the audience can actually come and enjoy great music and talk to the people, talk to the artists. Because to me that is so important, because the audience are the one that's making it happen for, the audience is making it happen for the audience. So I said, hey, let me just introduce this situation. I wanted to do it about 5 years ago, but just never had the time and never focused in on it. But this year, earlier this year, me and my wife started talking about it, and we said, we wrote everything down, our vision and how we want things to roll. And so when it finally came around, of course you run into a lot of challenges too, trying to, because it's something new. People are still skeptical or whatever. They're trying to figure out what's going on. But once we got it all together, and I had to start it off with somebody very big that could bring the fire.
Okay.
So that's why I said, you know what, my boy Tim has to start this off. And tonight I think it turned out really good.
All right. Now, Tim, how does it feel being the first artist in Artist Connect? Is this something that you looked forward to, and what are your thoughts on it?
I think this is just a phenomenal idea. I've had a great time here tonight, and I'm honored to be the first. And the concept is just great because, like I was saying on stage, there's so many questions you want to talk to, that you want to ask the people that you grew up listening to, and you never get the opportunity. And it just worked out and turned out wonderful. Some great questions. You have some interaction, and then to be sitting here with my buddy and to be a part of this, it was just great for me.
All right. Now, Tim, how does it feel being called a mentor to Terrance, as well as Randy Scott and Crayon and everybody? How does it feel? Because you talked about how you started out and how you felt. How does it feel now being in the position to give information?
Oh. No, I don't, maybe they look at it like that. I don't look at it like that. I just look at it, this is my friend, my brother. Whatever I know, he knows. Whatever I have, he has. There's no air between us. Myself with Randy, Crayon, Marcus, Kenny, all of the guys. We've all had our own experiences as far as being in the music business. Terrance has been all around the world. I've been all around the world. So, there's so many different things that we know we all bring to the table. I think that's why we get along so well as musicians, because we've all seen the good and the bad.
Right.
And then I think we've all played in so many different environments. So I think it's so easy for us as we come together on the stage. You know what I'm saying? It's Terrance. I can walk over to Terrance. He's the MD for the band. Say, Terrance, I want to do this. Okay. He already know what I want to do, because we've been in so many different battles and so many different genres. So, and it's just, it's an easy thing for us. So, as far as being a mentor, I asked Terrance that he's my mentor too.
Right. Now, what makes it so special about doing this in Detroit? Because we all know Detroit is a music hub. All the great musicians have either come through or started out here. Mm-hmm. What makes Artists Connect, as well as your music, so special coming from Detroit?
Now, what's going to make this great in Detroit is because what you said. I don't care where we go. Once we start playing, people always come up and say, "Where you guys from?" Detroit. I knew it. I don't know what it is. I can just tell. Detroit musicians, and like you said, I don't care what genre of music you're in. Mm-hmm. Detroit is saturated with talented people. there's no reason for anybody to be arrogant or had a big head in Detroit, because somebody right around the corner can do it just as good or better. You know, so what's going to be great about Artists Connect in Detroit is, you know, he has access to everybody. You name them, they're right here. You don't have to fly them in, and they're here. Everybody in Detroit, a lot of people in Detroit don't know the people they're listening to live in Detroit.
Right.
So when they say, oh man, I didn't know he was here, he's going to be right here. And you can get them right here. So I think that's one of the things that's going to make it so successful.
Okay, here's a question for the both of you. This venue, the Upper Room, what do you have to say about this place?
I love it because it's very intimate. This is a nice, it's a facility that really needs to be recognized more, because they have everything. If you look at this place, they have a nice sound system, nice lighting and everything. You could bring excellent entertainment here with without having to take away from your show. And that's why we chose this place, because it's small, intimate, and you see how close you are to the stage. There is always a connection there, and because that's the main reason why I chose Artists Connect to come here, is because every time we come here, you feel like you could connect with the artists because you're so close. So that's why I chose this place, and like I said, it's beautiful. Pam and Alonzo did a wonderful job keeping this place up and keeping this place flowing with different types of entertainment. And like Artists Connect, I'm so proud of it, because it's not going to just be jazz. We're talking about R&B. We're talking about gospel. I want to bring artists to the audience, no matter what genre it is, bluegrass, country, or whatever.
All right, Tim?
Well, this is a great venue. I've played here quite a few times, and I love it. The sound system is amazing. When you're sitting in the house, it's great, and when you're on stage, it's great. And the ambiance in the place is just phenomenal.
All
We
right.
always have good food.
All right, because I talked to you earlier this year, Tim, and you said, yeah, we hope to do some things in Detroit. And you're doing it in Detroit. What can we expect next?
Well, you know, my son has a record coming out, and Terrance played on 2 of the songs and just tore them up. So next year, what we're going to do, we're going to start a summer gospel series downtown Detroit. We want to do it down at the New Center Park. Very nice venue. We want to have a gospel summer series right there. Maybe once or twice a month. Bring a big concert out there. Start them around 9 or 10:30 Friday nights. Make it real big, because it's a beautiful facility.
All right, I want to thank you from Soundcheck Detroit for taking the time out after this on Artists Connect to come through and give us an interview and tell us what it's all about. Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.